Hello, my name is Yutaka Watanabe, tax accountant. Welcome to the channel. Tax Accountant Nabe solves your money problems. Today, I'd like to talk about number of on-site tax audits. When people hear the word tax audit, they naturally become a little tense. Many of you may feel anxious, wondering, could an audit come to my business as well? But in reality, what is happening behind the data is extremely logical and interesting. Today, I will explain the mechanism clearly. So, let's take a deeper look together. First, there is a number I would like everyone to look at. This is the number of on-site audits conducted in fiscal year 2024, meaning cases where tax auditors directly visited the site. The number is approximately 54,000. When you hear that, you may think that is still quite a lot. But please relax for a moment. When you compare this number with past data, the impression changes completely. In the previous year's fiscal year, 2023, the number was approximately 59,000. In fiscal year 2024, it was approximately 54,000. That means a clear decrease of about 5,000 cases, or roughly 7.5%. When seeing this decrease, you may feel a little relief and think, had the tax office become a bit gentler, or good, the risk of an audit coming to my business has gone down. If you look only at the numbers, it is understandable to interpret it that way. In fact, I often hear business owners and sole proprietors around me say, tax audits seem to be decreasing recently, so that is reassuring. But here is what I would like to ask. Just because the number of cases has decreased, it is really safe to let your guard down? If you instinctively thought, no, there is no way it can be that simple, your institution is very sharp. You are absolutely right. Actually, this is where today's discussion becomes truly interesting. Behind the present news that the number of cases has decreased, a completely different reality was hidden. Feeling reassured by surface level numbers is actually the most dangerous trap. Now, let's step into the core of today's topic, the new reality. The number of on-site audits has indeed decreased. However, the approach of the tax authorities has changed fundamentally. The first mechanism supporting this change is a method called simple contact. Unlike large-scale on-site audit, where tax auditors physically visit the location, simple contact is a highly efficient and streamlined approach in which the tax office uses phone calls and written inquiries to request clarification on specific points. For example, please let's confirm this point. Even without going to the site, by using this simple contact method, the tax office continues to monitor a broader range than ever before. From the taxpayer's perspective, it may feel like the auditor did not come. However, in reality, the tax office is still watching carefully. In other words, the monitoring net has become loose at all. And here comes the decisive change. Improved selection accuracy through technological advancement. The tax authority have now entered an era in which they fully utilize AI. From massive volumes of data, AI is used to identify targets with a high risk of unreported income. Sharp changes in sales, deviation from average expense ratios by industry, and inconsistencies with past filings histories. AI instantly detects subtle signals that human eyes might overlook. Unlike in the past, when suspicious targets were investigated more broadly and less selectively, algorithms have dramatically improved the accuracy of target selection. In other words, the authorities use simple contact to cover a wide range efficiently, while AI power is used to sharpen target accuracy to the extreme. What happens when these two are combined? That is, concentration on targets audit. Resources are being fully devoted only to cases that AI determined to be high risk. Even if the total number of audits decreases, each audit becomes more sophisticated, and the focus of each investigation becomes sharper than ever before. Let's summarize the flow so far. The previous strategy was rely heavily on field work and increase the number of on-site audits. The accuracy of target selection was not necessarily high. In constant, the 2024 strategy is the exact opposite. While the number of on-site audits itself is being narrowed down, AI-based target selection has become extremely precise. Even if the number is smaller, the probability of being accurately targeted has risen dramatically. You see the point, don't you? Just because the total number of audits is decreasing, it absolutely does not mean that things have become safer. Rather, if you are caught in the AI net and selected as a priority target, the level of danger and authorities' confidence that we will definitely find something may be at the highest level ever. It may even be fair to say that we are now in an era where those who let their guard down because the number of audits has decreased are more likely to become AI targets. Finally, I would like to close by sharing the most important message we can draw from today's material. The total number of audits may be decreasing. However, now that AI is leading the selection process, the accuracy of determining who gets caught in the net has never been higher. The overly optimistic idea that there are fewer audits, so I should be fine is itself the greatest risk. Do not be misled by the surface level decrease in numbers. It is important to look carefully at the technological and strategic changes taking place behind those numbers. Please remember that accurate tax filing and power record keeping are your strongest defenses. A tax authority that allows no compromise and precise selection powered by AI How will you respond to this major change? Today, I talk about number of on-site tax audit. For more information about tax audit, please visit the website of Yutaka Watanabe, Tax Audit, Tax Accountant Office. I will continue sharing contents related to money and finance. Please subscribe to the channel. Tax Accountant Nabe solves your money problems.